Honorable ladies, dear children, my seniors, my juniors, and my friends, this is Dr. Abraham wishing you shalom from Hebron, Israel. And Passover is over. Chag Sameach. Once again, I want to wish you, it goes on for a few more days. And today was the festival also of the Moroccan community called Emuna. It's also called Memuna. They have a belief that Messiah is going to come. So Mazal Tov to all the Moroccan communities all over Israel, all over the world. And we are going to discuss about the parasha, next parasha, what we are going to read on Saturday, called Shemini. And Leviticus chapter 9, verse 1 to chapter 11, verse 47. So the Shemini word, Shemini is called eighth day of the eighth. It's a Hebrew translation in English of Hebrew. Shemini is eighth. So 7 days inauguration of Aaron, the high priest, and his children, all 4 children. So we have they finished the inauguration, and the first service on 8th day started. And after all these sacrifices, the 8th day of the inauguration, the Kohanim started the services, and God's fire, very special. It was a very special moment that God's fire consumed the offering on the altar. What it means that God was present very much there, right from the beginning, when the Kohanim started the services. And Nadav, an unfortunate thing also happened. It was a good that God came to live among the Israelites, but Nadav and Abihu did a mistake. They brought some fire, a foreign fire, which was not probably kosher, so they were killed. The important thing here to understand, we understood from this, that we don't have to add from us, from our will, or from our anything. It's very strong indication for us that we have to follow what God said to us and God says to us. That's it. You do additional things, makes God unpleasant. It's not good. This is very much in evidence that being high priest, being the children of high priest Aaron, Nadav and Abihu both died instantly, and the fire went in their body to take the soul out, to kill them from nostrils. Rest of the body was same, rest of the everything was same, but their nostrils were burnt because the fire went inside. So what we have to do, my dear friends, we have to be very, very much obedient to Hashem's commandments, to Hashem's all advices, what He says. And so this is what very much we have to learn from this parasha, that if you go against Hashem's will, you pay by your life. The next reading is that we have to, the laws, kosher laws. God said to Israelites through Moses, then what we have to eat, what are the pure animals, healthy animals for human body, the land animals, the walking animals, which have split hooves. The base of the food is split in two. And also, not only this, they also chew their cud. They have, once they eat grass or something, they do chewing, and then they keep for some time, and then again they take it back. So these are the animals pure for us to eat. These are called the land animals. By the way, the pig also has the splitted hooves, but it doesn't have the cuds. It doesn't. It doesn't do the cutting. They cut that it doesn't chew the cut, so it's not kosher. And I have heard this story about the pig that it spreads out their legs, fold the legs to show that we are kosher, I am kosher. But still we don't have to eat that. Fish which are having fins and scales, these are considered kosher. So we have to be very careful about. There are it's mentioned different meanings from Hebrew to English. So we have to take care of that. And with the guidance of a good Chacham, a good scholar of Torah, or a good rabbi, or we have to go ahead to use the fish, very, very careful, very, very careful with fins and scales. And then list of kosher birds. It's mentioned non-kosher birds in Torah. So we have to find out the kosher birds. And here also we have to be very, very careful about the meanings from Hebrew to any other language. And we have to take the help of a Chacham, a scholar of Torah, or a rabbi. These people will guide us really that what kind of birds we must use. They are kosher or non-kosher. In Torah, it's mentioned the non-kosher birds. We have to be very, very careful about. Also, list of locusts. In fact, I lived among many communities, but I haven't seen consumption of any locust in our daily life. But there are mentioned 4 types of locusts to be eaten in Torah. Whatever it is, it's written in Torah, so we have to consider, but most probably people don't eat this. I haven't seen. I lived among Ben Israel in Bombay. I lived among Baghdadis. I'm living here in Kiryat Arba with among many people, Moroccans, Taminim, the Yemenites, also Chabadnikim, also Tunisians, Tunisian community. There is a Tunisian synagogue here in Kiryat Arba. I was invited there also to have lunch with them, but I haven't seen a community from France also living here. I haven't seen anybody who is consuming locusts so far. But anyway, it's in Torah's word, so we have to look into, but be very careful about. We have to be very careful about to recognize the proper locust with the help of a Chacham, a scholar, Torah scholar, and a rabbi. So this is about the consumption of locusts in our daily life. Then the ritual purity, and that's called the mikveh. Okay, and to enjoin the different, to differentiate the Israelites, they join to differentiate from the other people that they are pure. So what we have to do, we have to make, it's in Parasha, it is mentioned how to make a mikveh. Okay, a pond, water source, which has length, how long it must be wide, how long it must be, something like that, and deep, and the laws of how to change the water, what kind of water would be in mikveh, that all mentioned. And we have to do this in our daily life, at least, if not possible every day, at least once in a week we must go to mikveh to purify ourselves, to have it's a dip, a holy dip, without any clothing or any ornament on our body. We dip and we come out absolutely kind of pure. We purify our body as well as our soul. So this is the laws of purification, mikvah. So this is what is our this week's Parasha Shemini. We are going to read, ladies and gentlemen, my dear children, and my juniors and seniors, and it's very nice to be back on Jewish India channel again. And now we'll continue. We are preparing for, we are saying Omar, and we are preparing ourselves for Shavuot, which will be after 49 days, 7 weeks from now. And it's a festival. It's our festival. It's a wonderful festival. It's called also Matan Torah, the day when God gives us Torah. It's a gift of Torah we Israelites received on this day, called Shavuot. I thank you all. Thank you very much indeed. And I'm feeling very good because of Pesach. We didn't do in between. We had to do a lot of things, but we couldn't do because we celebrated festival. And also again we have to do a small prayer for the people in Israel, in India, who is suffering with corona. May God relieve everybody from this horrible infection, and nobody else must suffer with it in future, and it must be totally eradicated from the world. Thank you very much indeed.